Hello one and all, this is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Today we are going to be doing the Tempest Magnum's engine. Now when we bought this from the scrapyard there wasn't a lot left of it, so a lot of this is going to be built up from scratch. Now I'm going to be cheating a little bit on this before we get into this video. You're going to see this get taken out, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to take, if the game actually worked properly. It does this sometimes. Click on, click off. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to pull the engine out. I'm going to put it on the over here on the thingamajigget. And then what I'm going to do is, you guys won't see this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy all the parts for this engine, and then come back and we're going to rebuild the engine. Okay, so with the powers of editing.
One eternity later.
Okay, so as you can see, we've basically started putting the engine back together. Now, this is a supercharger, so we are basically going to have to do a lot of work in here. Hopefully it won't take too long. I probably won't have missed too many pieces, but, you know, we can only hope. So let's just get the rod caps on. The only reason why I put the pistons in first and everything is because they're boosted pistons. What I've actually done is, between like stopping the video and coming back, is what I've actually replaced all of the like standard parts that I could on the car to boosted parts. So like mainly the exhaust. I've even changed up the headlights and bits and pieces on the car itself to make it a little bit more sort of more modern. So instead of using old bulbs, it's now using new ones. You know, just cosmetic-y stuff that no one really cares about, but it all looks good at the end. So let's get the rod caps on first, and then we'll look at those bearings that we've missed. So that's okay. That's okay. So we need crankshaft bearing caps. Okay, so we've just got our the bearing caps in. Let's put those into the engine as well. Make that all shiny and new. We like shiny and new because shiny and new means it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be clean, and it should start first time with no major issues. But you never know. Okay, so we bought the right pan. That's okay. And that should be everything I need at the bottom here, apart from the oil filter. Ah, fantastic. Right, so let's slam this up to vertical stand. There we go. Now let's start putting the rest of this stuff back on. Oh, I just went back into it. Sorry. Right, okay, here we go. Let's put this on. And the ignition distributor. See, we have bought a few boosted parts, so we should making a little bit more of the power. Hopefully we'll be tipping it into our favor when it comes to adding the all the boosted parts put together. The water pump on, all good. And okay, okay, so we have got a supercharger water pump pulley. Now this is because we're putting a supercharger onto this car, so everything's made for the supercharger. Okay, and the crankshaft pulley goes on. There we go. Should have power steering pump V8. We bought two because I couldn't remember if I bought one or not, and you never know, you always need a spare. You never know what's going to happen. And we got our boosted alternator in there as well. Awesome. Let's put the serpentine belts back on first. Get these on so we're all good here. Let's put the ignition coil on, because it's the bulky one, the high power output. It's all good. I like the high power. Rightio. And that goes in there. Oh, I think we need some clips. Clip A or clip B? Clip B. Fantastic. Right, okay. Shouldn't be too hard to get hold of. Clip B. Clip B. That's where I go past it, just because there's this. There they are. Clip B. So we only need two of those, thankfully. So we should be alright. Now the downside to this engine being the supercharger and the sort of the style it is it comes with those pesky valve push rods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both the heads on now, and then I'm going to jab every single one of these into the car. So you guys don't have to watch that bit of this. It's just, I have to skip through it because it's just so mind-numbingly boring. Okay, so I will see you in a second.
Several days later.
Okay, so after a lengthy process, we've got all of the heads, all of the little valve rods in there. So now we need engine covers B and A for the VH OHV. Joys. I'm not sure why we didn't buy it in the first place. Maybe it's because I just wasn't thinking. That does happen occasionally, and unfortunately I am the one to pay. So let's see if we can find the heads for this car, shall we? So it's gonna be if we can find them ourselves. It's right in front of me, I know it, and I can't see it. V8 OHV. That's the D. That's the G. There it is. So there's the B version, so the A version is above it. There it is. Okay, cool. Right, so we've finally got the head covers for us. So here we go, we'll chuck this on. All good, all good, all good, all good. Right, let's put the head on this side as well. Fan-dabby doozy. In a great word to Jimmy Crank. Right, let's get all the stuff on this side first done. Let's get the spark plugs in. The manifold on this side as well. That will just sit pretty, and it looks really nice. It looks really shiny. It looks good, and we always say that shiny is always good in this, so it's all right. Let's finish up by pushing the spark plugs in on this side, and then what we'll do is we'll move. Not going to move anything, are we? Because what we're actually going to do is after this, we're going to put the manifold on this side as well, because this car, because of its being a V8, we have to have both sides. Has to have two exhausts. Has to have two exhausts. It's huge. It's a big engine. And we did buy the right wires. That's awesome. Did we buy the right supercharger block? Yes, we did. All good, all good, all good. Here we go. It's a beast, isn't it? I mean, that's like a proper heavy bit of metal. That's all good. Right, so the carburetor. I don't think I bought carburetors. So, okay, I need carburetor 4-barrel and carburetor 4-barrel. That'll be on the top. Okay, so we need two of these carburetor 4-barrels. We're all good here. And then I think we're gonna have to buy the air scoop as well, because we didn't do it. We didn't buy that. Up we go. Right. Okay, so that's number one on. Oh, we got to buy the air filters as well. So these are scoop air filters, V8 OHVs. So these are going to be right at the bottom of that list. Right. It almost feels like you're building a tower, isn't it? It's like, yeah, Lego, we're going to build the highest engine, just with all these amazing new parts. So then we'll put the air scoop on as well. Okay, so that's the engine rebuilt, and that's going in there. That's going in this car. It's going to be awesome. Just lower it down. We have changed the hood as well, so the scoop does go through the top. So we will take that off. And we will put this back in. Install the whole engine and nothing but the engine, so help you God. Right, now we'll top it up with a little bit of oil. Glug, 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 glug. Fantastic. Okay, so I don't think... Where's the fan? There's one piece missing, isn't it? It's this. I put that on, didn't I? Yeah, I didn't buy a fan for it. Oh man, out of everything, I was trying to figure out how the radiator was going to be cooled down without a fan on it. think we've only missed about 4 major components of this engine though, which isn't bad for a build, considering normally I'd be sitting again, I don't know what I've got to do. I do that quite a lot in this game actually. Okay, so well, that's intakes. Oh, just gone past it, I just saw the fans. So we need the OHV one. This one. Yeah, that should be the right one. Should. There we go, fantastic. Right, so there you go, that's how the radiator is going to keep cool. All good. Now we need to shut this down. And we need to reconnect everything underneath. And then we'll check the list to make sure we've got everything done so far. Got to put the gearbox back on. Fantastical. V8 starter. Put the drive shaft back on. And there we go. And that should be everything. And all we'll do is we'll make sure. So everything's green so far. I'm not seeing any major issues. I'm not seeing any problems. We haven't missed anything. We haven't stopped anything. Everything has been replaced. And it's all good. Fantastic. Okay, let's drop down the car. Put down my equipment. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me in this video. We have rebuilt the engine for the Magnum Tempest. If you guys have liked this video, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates. And I'll be back here in my last episode of this car where we're going to repaint the car, put it on the dyno test to make sure the engine is boosted up and everything. Then we're going to send it down the big quarter-mile. We're going to make sure the car's hitting the speed we want it to. So thank you very much for joining me. This has been Hybridsteel. Peace out, have fun and enjoy everything you guys do. Bye-bye.